This is something which cannot be picked up overnight. Someone has to know. Yeah? It's not like any other project that we do because we are dealing with human resources. So that's the reason why the government has been gracious to appoint him to assist me. Again, there were so many areas which were making their lives difficult in even getting whatever they are supposed to get also. So now, based on the stories that you have brought out, we have worked out so many changes, and that's how, in fact, the board, the Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board, the platform that we have developed now is one of the best in the state. Okay, everything is almost a doorstep delivery now. Only registration, the first encounter, that also we are trying to minimize to some extent. Instead of them coming to us, our inspectors, our authorized persons are going to the field. They are mapping them. They are educating them because we need certain documents from them. And most of our workers, they don't have the documents. Even though they have, it's not in proper order, the names are different, things like that, So we have had lots of opportunity through your stories to know the heartbeat of the people that we are dealing with. Okay? So now our inspectors are going to the field, they are issuing tokens, which means they don't have to come. Once they are mapped, they can send the token through anybody to the office. Because see, when we are talking with about workers, one day coming to our office, we call it a loss of earning component. It is highly impacting them. They come to office twice, 2 days, that means 2 days earning is gone. And their sole earning, the sole economy is based on the earnings, daily wage that they are earning. So if they are to come to office 3-4 times in a month, the loss of earning is huge. So looking at all this, we have initially their first encounter we have made it mandatory that the person should come to office. But now we are doing the other way. Looking at their grievances, all the stories was given to us. We are going there, we are issuing them tokens so that anyone can collect and bring. Once the token is back to us with the papers, that means it's almost like we are treating them like the person has come. Okay? So that way, and even for renewal, we have even developed the mobile app. Okay? They can renew from the comfort of their workplace. In fact, there is no physical encounter now. Okay? Physical interface has been minimized to a larger extent through the stories that you have brought. Okay? So things like that, and then improvisation of the schemes that we have improvised a lot. So because why we are doing this is we know the real story now. We know what they are, where they are, how they are. That's the reason why we are also going forward and improvising the schemes that we have. And we have so many things in mind. One thing is, we will definitely do the publication. I'm just, eagerly waiting for that, a compiled publication. And as I've said, the board will sponsor. The KPC need not worry about that. Okay. Another thing is, Sister was talking about the, visual also. At one point of time. There are two things here. One, the story that you are giving us is impacting us a lot, positively. It is giving us a clearer vision for our planning. That is one thing. Again, going back to educating the people, I think we should look at that also. The going back and educating the beneficiaries, target beneficiaries I should say. There are many who have not come on board because of technical reasons. Technical, number one, papers, we cannot go and start making their papers. It is their job. That's why only I always tell them, you come halfway, we will come halfway. Because the documents that they require, that we require for them to come on board, it is their personal, duty. But many people, even though we are trying our level best to educate them, they, I don't know, because of their conditions, they cannot spare time. As I've said, they are so concerned of their wage. Many of them, they're so concerned of their wage. Of all things, they would prefer the wage. So instead of going around, for making the papers, to correcting the documents, they would rather go for Hajira. That's one thing that we have seen. So next, we will definitely continue. But visual, because I say this because even for us also, our as a department, we have got so many data operators in all the districts. We have placed data operators to do all this. When we are educated, and then we have onboarded the Common Service Center, so that that will be a support system for us. Common Service Center becomes a very useful tool for us because they are spread all over. And on our behalf, we have signed an MOU, and then on our behalf, they do our job. Of course, there is a little fee involved there because it's a business module. But the villager, rather than coming to office, supposing from Chipubuzo area, someone coming to office, they will have to hire a taxi and come or do some arrangements. There is monetary involvement there. Why we have taken on board the CSCs on board is because there are CSCs around, Common Service Centers, the VLs, village level entrepreneurs. So instead of coming to office, we can approach them, give a fee of 30 rupees and then upload everything for us. That's how we are trying to get them towards that level. And now for educating the CSCs and our operators, we have come up with actually brochures, step-by-step brochures. But what I realized that our people have become so lazy to read. Now, even though we upload in the website, and then when they ask us about certain things, we always tell them, no, it's already there. The step-by-step, you just go in. But still it was not working. So I said, now then let's go for visual. Small videos of that brochure that we have. Then the tickets, whenever they have an issue, in the form of tickets, they will put up in the website, our website. It has gone down to 80, minus 80% now. When we came up with the visuals, video banagena, step by step to video banagena, they eagerly listen to that. Now instead of reading through the brochures, they would rather listen to videos. So that's how the tickets have gone down by 80%. Otherwise, our service providers, they have to resolve the issues on and on daily. It was a hectic job. But now it is almost zero now. Only larger issues which the videos that we have uploaded cannot handle, only those are coming to us now for, in the form of complaints or things like that. So I was thinking, if KPC could come in there also. Now you are writing stories of those conditions, I should say. But now, can we turn back and do something which will educate this target beneficiaries? We are finding it very difficult to educate them. At the most, we can organize one block level workshop. That also, from time to time only, it's not a regular feature because it becomes a very expensive exercise. Calling all the village functionaries and sitting over in the block and So it becomes a very expensive exercise. So when we have all these platforms, I was thinking, what if we could think of something which through it, this media fellowship only, but if we look at from our point to the target beneficiaries, if you could think about that, it's just a raw thought that I'm just bringing in. You will be better to decide on that. That is one thing. Today I am so happy to have someone from Noklak. You can see when it comes to building another construction sector, the workforce is from the eastern side. Okay, we have done a lot of exercises. We, the so-called forward tribes, different set of people are interested in different, job roles. So what I have found out is all our trainings, all my trainings and all this, I mostly focus on the eastern side because we have that required workforce from there. Why I say that is because for them, if we train them, they straight away go get into this job role, and then it becomes a part and parcel of their life. Okay, that's the reason why we can see all construction workers are from eastern side. You can hardly see some forward tribe people, so-called forward. I don't want to mention this, but that's how it has been demarcated. So they come with a heart to learn and make it a part of his life. Okay, livelihood. Really, the so-called this side people, from the beginning, most of them will come and say, "Sir, itu training PCT ki bahu." So the thought, the mindset itself is wrong. They are either thinking about a society or a loan or things like that to get some tools, machineries. So I used to joke to them, come babu. I'm making you, I am building you up to get job. So the mindset, today we have someone from Noklak here. I'm really happy. I'm definitely sure that you will bring out a wonderful story, a wonderful story. So likewise, the focus that we have on this construction sector is the eastern side. So all my trainings are mostly focused there, and many of our trained boys and girls, I should say girls also from Konyak community, we have girls also, and from Samatur, Noklak also, we had some, not very much, but we are so excited to have some girls who are really into it, and they are really into the job now. So now Kohima is full of konyaks and Khemawans and Pinchungs. Konyak is the most. Mokokchung is filled with konyaks. All construction workers. So we are so happy to see them. Okay? And most of these boys and girls, they are trained by us. When we are saying trained by us, we need not have trained them directly, but the people that we have trained, we call it indirect training, okay? We train 10 of you, supposing. You go back to your job, you will hire chokalis to work with you. So it's called an indirect training. We cannot be training everybody. So we look at from that perspective that these are also trained by us, because they are being trained by those people whom we have trained. We should take it that way, okay? We cannot be training everybody. But we pick up those people who are potential, we train them. We have had even training of trainers also. We have got that once in every district. So they are the ones whom we call when we have a training now. Supposing in Doinsang, if we have a training, if we are planning for a training, we firstly count on those people whom we have done TOT. Okay? So things like that. And they are also indirectly training your own people. So that's how the board system is working. Today, the impact story I've told you about the impact that the story is giving to us. But now, as I've said, I will repeat again, if we look at it from another horizon again, it will be really good to help us. It has helped us to plan, but now again, if we focus on the target community and do something through this media policy, it will be really good to educate them as much as possible. That's where we are not very successful, I should say. We cannot be doing the programs every time, so we are not successful there. So if we, media fellows, could do something on that, it would be really good. And thank you all. Thank you for coming, and then we are still looking forward on having this hand-holding continuously.
Well, like the previous years, however, it has been very difficult for us to, choose, select, but basing on the stories that they have pitched, we have finalized, the Chizokho, Yarden, and Shogmo. So we're really looking forward to the kind of stories that they will be producing, basing on the stories, on the story ideas that they have already pitched in their application. Yeah. So for those who were not, who did not get selected, also we would like to encourage not to feel discouraged, but try again next year in the hope that this valuable partnership will continue.
Everyone for joining us in the journey of KPC and NBOCWWB development. Your kind presence is in the moral boost for our 3 months-long journey starting this September. On behalf of the 3 fellows, I would like to place my sincere gratitude to the KPC and the Labour Department for reposing faith in us and enabling us to carry the task of KPC and BOCWWB Fellowship for the well-being of the construction workers. I would like to assure this gathering that I will take this assignment as a mission and act as a positive ambassador for construction workers in Nagaland and beyond. In recognition of the important role played by construction workers in nation building, I will give my best effort to ensure that my radar plays a positive impact in the vision document of Vikshik Nagaland, Vikshik Bharat 2047. Meanwhile, I would like to thank the KPC and the Labour Department for their collaborative efforts in instituting Middle Fellowship Program for the welfare of the construction workers. I'm told that 10 journalists have done the job so far over the last 3 editions of this Middle Fellowship. In this respect, we will be very happy if our work comes into book form, which in return will act as a treasure and important document for the department, researchers, and policymakers. In conclusion, I would like to request the Labour Department to continue this Middle Fellowship program for the welfare and benefit of the construction workers in Nagaland. Lastly, I thank everyone for making this program, making to this for a good cause. Long live KPC, NBOCWWB Fellowship 2025. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am truly honored to be part of this media fellowship. In the context of Noklak, if we have to speak, I think when it comes to construction isn't just about building, setting up high buildings and all sorts of this skyscraper things or anything like that. But we believe that it's about survival, it's about livelihood, it's about basic connectivity. It's not just about economy. I believe it's about human story. So challenges that is faced by our women and children that are involved in this construction sector. And about the Noklak being situated at the country's end, sharing an Indo-Myanmar border, it's, like I mentioned, this is so much to do with a basic necessity. So in the course of time, I would like to bring out the story that is so much to do with rural building time ethnicity, because we also have so much of cultural ties and ties with the brothers from the Myanmar border. So I would also like to congratulate
my sincere apologies for being late. Respected Chairperson, esteemed colleagues, members of the Fellowship Committee, and my fellow awardees. It is truly an honor to stand here as one of the recipients of the KPC NBOCWWB Media Fellowship 2025. I'm deeply grateful to the Kohima Press Club and the Nagaland Building and other construction workers welfare board for creating this fellowship and for recognizing the role of journalism in shaping informed societies. When I applied, I saw this fellowship not just as a professional opportunity, but as a responsibility to bring forward stories that matter, stories that often remain unheard. Journalism for me has always been about listening carefully, telling stories with honesty, clarity, and sensitivity. This fellowship is a chance to deepen that commitment. I hope to use this opportunity to explore issues that affect people at the grassroots, not just in the headlines, but through their lived experiences. I look forward to learning from my fellow recipients as well, and because each of us brings a unique perspective, and together we can enrich the discourse on development, society, and people's struggles. Finally, I thank the Fellowship Committee once again.
Prepayment of rupees 10,000, and the remaining amount, the grant, will be given on 16th November, which coincides with National Press Day. I would like to call on Chizokho. One copy is for KPC and